I say welcome to the Viewers Media Detox here with a video game review of Slender. I kind of wanted to do this because I haven't seen a lot of reviews, and I'm probably one of the smallest channels out on YouTube, and this probably won't go too far, but I wanted to do it anyways because the game is freaking awesome. It is it started out as small as I am right now. Really small game built by a free engine that anybody can get their hands on. I mean, I've even used the engine a little bit, played around with that engine, and the game that this guy made is a fantastic game based off of a series, web video series or web series, and the Slender Man, creepy as fuck. Just to be completely honest, I get scared shitless when I play this game. I mean, every time I hear those footsteps, or I don't even know what that is, when I hear that bass and he's getting closer, it freaks me out. Like, this game has real fear in it. That's not captured in a lot of horror games, especially nowadays, because horror games have gone so far downhill, and Slender Man is bringing it back with real survival horror. I mean, you can't fight him off. The most you can do is run, which is pretty much a lot like real life. You know, if you're gonna get chased by fucking Jason Voorhees, you don't have a weapon. 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna have a weapon unless you're like the girl that's gonna get away and probably end up chopping off his head. But if you're not that girl, you got no weapon. And you're probably screwed. He's gonna catch up to you somehow. He's gonna kill you, and that's exactly what Slender is. You get dropped in this map, and for some reason, the character in the game that you play as hops over that fence for whatever reason it is, and you are in danger the second you find that first piece of paper. And that's what's also amazing about the game, is you have to go find these pieces of paper, and you don't really know where they're at unless you've played the game so many times. And I know there's a lot of people who found them. I don't think there's a person out there that found them in one try. I really doubt that. Another thing that's really creepy about it is the flashlight. It's very limited view, and you have to have the flashlight to really see anything. And it completely, wherever you're looking, you only have actually a small circle of really what you can see, and that's also just adding into that atmosphere. So you got the flashlight, the whole creepy vibe, just overall. And the base, once you catch that first piece of paper, even if you don't get the first piece of paper and you're just taking a long time, it starts up, and that means he's really coming after you. And another thing that really brings that fear into the game is you can turn somewhere, and he'll be right there. And that scares the shit out of you. And no matter what, you turn the other way and you start booking it. It doesn't matter. You know, you're not going to stare at him. He'll kill you. You're not going to go towards him. He'll kill you. I mean, you're going to turn around and you're going to haul ass. And what's worse is I played a couple times and he just forced me back into areas that I've already been, completely taking me away from all the piece of papers that I'm trying to get. And I've only gotten 5 pieces of papers. You know, I've heard about what happens when you get all the pieces of papers. It's kind of interesting. I don't want to spoil it for anybody who just wants to earn that. So I'm not going to spoil that for you, but I'd say it's kind of worth it. I think it'd be interesting to see once you get all 8 of those pieces of papers. The game is totally scary, and I recommend it for everybody. And the first time that I even saw it being played, I didn't play it. I was in my friend's basement, and we turned off all the lights, we turned up the volume, and we just sat there and stared, and all of us except for him were scared because for some reason he's just not scared of shit. I don't know what he's afraid of. Going to haunted houses isn't even scary for him. I don't know what scares the kid. But there actually at one point he did get scared. The Slender Man scared the shit out of him because he saw his arm sticking out. He goes, "Oh shit!" and he starts running the other way. And I guess Slender Man scares him. But anyways, that game made me nervous when I was just watching it because I didn't know what to expect. I mean, it brings something completely new that we don't see in games a lot. You know, we don't see, especially in horror games, because horror games seem like they're a dying breed, and Slender is showing that we're not dying. We just need to be reinvented, and with new gameplay that nobody's gonna really expect. And Slender did that with a developer that obviously didn't even have a budget because he made it with a free engine, which was the Unity engine, which anybody can get their hands on. And this was just, it's just amazing that he can create such a game with so much fear in it just from a free engine. I mean, it's an actually scary game. I haven't played games that scary, in maybe, I want to say 5 years. I think it's been 5 years since I played an actual scary game like Slender. And Slender really is a scary game where you have to find these pieces of papers before that motherfucker catches up to you, blurs your screen, kills you, and then the game gets turned off and you have to turn the whole game back on. It kicks you out of the game. There's no menu. Kicks you out of the game. I mean, Slender is a fantastic game that I recommend for everybody to play, because it is probably one of the best free horror games out there. It's probably one of the best horror games out there that just happens to be free for everybody out there. And I've heard there's a Slender 2, and if it's half as good as Slender, then I'm definitely downloading it, and I recommend that you download it too. And all I can say really is just go download Slender for free right now. It is a fantastic horror game, and it will scare the shit out of anybody that plays it. I guarantee it. That was your media detox, and I will see you guys later.